Dear learners and students, now I am trying to upload the videos related to the autobiography of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, the great soul loved and revered in East and West alike as the rejuvenator of Hinduism in India and the preacher of its eternal truths abroad, was born at 6:33, a few minutes before sunrise, on Monday, January 12, 1863. It was the day of the great Hindu festival Makar Sankranti, when special worship is offered to the Ganga by millions of devotees. Thus, the future Vivekananda first due breathe when the air above the sacred river, not far from the house, was reverberating with the prayers, worship, and religious music of thousands of Hindu men and women. Before Vivekananda was born, his mother, like many other pious Hindu mothers, had observed religious oaths, fasted, and prayed so that she might be blessed with a son who would do honor to the family. She requested a relative who was living in Varanasi to offer special worship to the Vireshwar Shiv of that holy place and seek his blessings for Shiva, the great god of renunciation, dominated her thought. One night, she dreamed that this supreme deity aroused himself from his meditation and agreed to be born as her son. When she woke, she was filled with joy. The mother Bhuneswari Devi accepted the child as a born from Bireshwar Shiv and named him Bireshwar. The family, however, gave him the name of Narendranath Datta, calling him for short Narendra or more endearingly Naren. The Datta family of Calcutta, into which Narendranath had been born, was well known for its affluence, philanthropy, scholarship, and independent spirit. The grandfather, Durga Charan, after the birth of his first son, had renounced the world in search of God. The father, Vishwanath, an attorney at law of the High Court of Calcutta, was versed in English and Persian literature and often entertained himself and his friends by reciting from the Bible and the poetry of Hafiz, both of which he believed contained truths unmatched by human thinking elsewhere. He was particularly attracted to the Islamic culture, with which he was familiar because of his close contact with the educated Muslims of northwestern India. Moreover, he derived a large income from his law practice and, unlike his father, thoroughly enjoyed the worldly life. An expert in cookery, he prepared rare dishes and liked to share them with his friends. Travel was another of his hobbies. Though agnostic in religion and a mocker of social conventions, he possessed a large heart and often went out of his way to support idle relatives, some of whom were given to drunkenness. Once, when Narendra pro- protested against his lack of judgment, his father said, "How can you understand the great misery of human life? When you realize the depths of men's suffering, you will sympathize with these unfortunate creatures who try to forget their sorrows, even though only for a short while. In this oblivion created by intoxicants, Naren's father, however, kept a sharp eye on his children and would not tolerate the slightest deviation from good manners. Bhuneswari Devi, the mother, was cast in a different mood, regal in appearance and gracious in conduct. She belonged to the old tradition of Hindu womanhood. As mistress of a large household, she devoted her spare time in singing and singing, being particularly fond of the great Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, large portions of which she had memorized. She became the special refuge of the poor and commanded universal respect because of her calm resignation to God, her inner tranquility, and her dignified detachment in the midst of her many arduous duties. Two sons were born to her besides Narendranath, and four daughters, two of whom died at an early age.